Hello, hi, welcome. If this is your first time here, hello, welcome. I am Jeya. I am clairaudient. I do receive various styles of channeled messages, and as these messages come about, I will be relaying them to you in a form of a daily inspirational, intuitive message. Okay, we go through 4 different decks. These 4 decks are all motivational, inspirational, and they're to keep you uplifted and growing and thriving. So that way you can just get on your day and you have some kind of positive thing to think about on your way. Okay? Now, this is collective, so that means that it's for everyone who watches this, because it's timeless. Timeless means that it's meant for whenever you find this. So all of the vibrations that will ever be watching this video, this is your message for the next 24 hours. Okay? Now, keep in mind, since it is collective, some of the energies will resonate for you. I ask that you kindly take that. Whatever doesn't, compassionately leave it for the person who needs to hear it most, okay? So, let's go ahead. Let's see what's in store for our next 24. I'm seeing a grandmother, and she is brushing her granddaughter's hair. And she's parting her hair. This is going to resonate very different for many of you guys. So some of you, this may be the parting of a grandparent. Maybe it recently happened. Or it's something that maybe stays with you, and your grandparent may be trying to let you know that they're with you as you part ways, as you make different, you overcome challenges. Because, you know, sometimes, I'm going to start off with the empathic oracle this time. Sometimes our grandparents are still there. Thank you. Sometimes our grandparents are still there. You know, they're there for us after they've passed on, and we are, you know, removing different energies from our lives, different people from our lives, and this could definitely be talking about our ancestors, not just grandparents, but ancestors that create blockages sometimes because they know what's ahead, they know what's in store if we continue on a route with certain people and stuff like that. So sometimes our relatives, our long relatives, like the ancestors, will come in and make parts. Like they'll have you part ways with different people, have you part ways with different situations in your life, with different things that you need to overcome. They help you with those different things that are challenges for you. That's why I'm seeing the grandparent parting the hair. It's parting the hair. Oh my goodness, we even dropped some here. So it feels like there's going to be something that drops out of nowhere. You may be dropping like a situation. Someone may have, this could be anything. It could be someone dropping, you could be dropping a relationship. You could be dropping, it's something to do with dropping. It has to do with your grandparents or your ancestors helping you drop that. Because that totally makes, it's the same vibration as the vision I was seeing of the grandparents helping to part your hair. This is parting ways. understanding. They understand more because they see what's unseen. Earth, 11. Numbers mean something to you. And I feel like the trees are all like a lot of 11s. I'm having a vision of this, like I feel like I walked into this card and I feel like all of the trees kind of bubbled out. I feel like there may be a situation that you need to air out. There may be a situation that needs some, it needs some grounding, and it needs some clarity on a situation. There's a need for clarity and a need for grounding. I feel like the clarity has to do with where you're going. The grounding has to do with grounding your stability within the next part of the situation. This is going to be for some in the physical, like getting stuff ready in the physical, like getting your area ready. Like if you just started a new job or something, you're getting the office space ready. Or if you are taking on new tasks, getting all of the supplies together that has to do with that. But on an emotional level too, this is for some others where it's more of like needing to emotionally ground yourself and allow a situation to air out. I'm hearing air out of your life. And that's good. That's healthy. Because I don't feel the trees being like unstable or flimsy or anything. It feels like the trees are just like bubbling out and then going back, which feels like a need for the situation to air out. But you're okay. And you need to ground. Just grounding yourself. I'm seeing a bow and arrow. And now I see like those people doing like, you know how they do the archery, I think it's called. And I'm seeing like 4 people lined up and they're doing it to the targets. And I'm watching the arrow be released and hitting. And it's like someone who hits someone else's target. They didn't hit their target. They hit another person's target. And I'm seeing a hospital, and I feel like a visitor, like if I'm visiting somebody in the hospital, and I feel like it's like, oh, okay, you made it out. It's like something like that, like somebody making it out of the hospital. And then like I'm watching this old man, and he's in a wheelchair. This may be something to do with perhaps you've made a mistake on something, but you're recovering from your mistakes. This could be metaphoric too. Most of the time it's just symbolic, you know. So this could be where it is people that are recovering from, you could be recovering from mistakes, and other people will be recovering from it's like from making the mistake, like you're the archer, and then like other people who are recovering that were the target, like accidental, like you were hit in an accident, or you could have been like it's something that it wasn't quite like a mistake, like you mistakenly were hit, or you something of the sort. It's like that. But it's going to be different for everyone, and I feel like there's a split. I feel like there's a split between people, like 40-60, like 60% that actually were the archer who made the mistake, and then like 40% of who were the people who were affected by a mistake. That's what I meant to say. Like, you're affected by some sort of mistake or something. Any plunge into the unknown is reckless, but that's where the treasure lies. This is talking about that diving deep to ground yourself, because you're diving deep to ground yourself. You see right here, this is grounding yourself. We're talking about like your root chakra and grounding yourself. But you notice that the roots to the trees are in yellow. So this is taking so much willpower, so much inner strength to ground yourself in a situation that may have been long-standing, that was like, that affected you. It may not have been that it was intentional to affect you, but it wound up heavily affecting you, because we see big, heavy trees here. So I'm feeling like you need time to release that. That's why the trees were bubbling out and then going back in my vision, because it's like you need this situation to release. You need to air it out. You need it out of your life, type of deal. So right here, that's that plunge into the unknown, is the willing to go through the airing out of a situation, or the release of certain binds in your life, and grounding yourself and being uncertain about how it's going to play out. I feel like this is being okay with uncertainty. And that's okay to be uncertain of where somewhere is gonna lead, what's going to happen. Hi, George. Yeah, I don't, you know, it's, you shouldn't be worried about where is this going to lead? Where is this going to lead? Just, if you feel that that's where you need to be, then that's where you need to be. You know, we're not always led to a perfect pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Sometimes we have to go into a situation, a challenge. We have to go into a challenge. And when we go into challenges, we come out with lessons that prepare us for receiving the pot of gold at the end. You see what I'm saying? If you don't go through the challenges then, and you just get the pot of gold, you wouldn't have any of this grounding. You see what I'm saying? And that's why it's so important to not dismiss where you mess up, fixing it, and moving forward. Because when you carry that baggage and you're too afraid to step out into that unknown world, and you're afraid to lose, you're afraid of this or that, well, you're going to lose either way. You're either going to lose and stay still, or you're going to lose and then grow. So that's up to you. And I feel like in this is a very big message about trusting yourself, about trusting higher guidance, higher wisdom. Some of you may be having dreams that pertain to the development, to your development. I'm going to take the two cards. So it's two that popped out. And this is the second deck that two were trying to pop out of this one, and two were trying to pop out of one of the other decks. So I'll just take two out of this one. Hold on. I'm seeing a magnifying glass, And I see that the magnifying glass is turning into a flashlight with eyelashes and an eye. This is gaining clarity on a situation. This is gaining enlightenment. Some of you may be working on your third eye awakening. That may be the reason why you're grounding yourself, because the awakening is happening or about to happen. So you need to be ready. We have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, yes. Now, sometimes we have to cut these binds, because we were seeing about the grandparents early on. So sometimes we have to cut these binds to build new friendships. So some of you are removing people, while others of you have removed people and are adding people into your life. Adding people that are going to serve your highest purpose, who are going to help you ground yourself. You may be doing that simultaneously too, like where it's like you stop talking to so-and-so and now you're talking to so-and-so, and your life is going to like move forward. It's like that. And we have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Yes. Yes. This is very important to know this. If you are ever cutting anybody out of your life, and sometimes people cut out old friends, sometimes people cut out old, they cut out even family members, because, you know, it's just the relationship dynamic. It doesn't serve anyone, any healthy situations. And sometimes they're just a distraction for you, and you're trying to do better. So what you need to know is that you are never alone. You're always watched over by ancestors, and you're always watched over by spirit. You're protected, and that's why it feels lonely. If you weren't protected, you wouldn't feel lonely. You would feel worried. Yeah, you would feel worried, because then you would have something else to deal with. But we all have challenges, and that's normal. Don't ever allow a challenge in your life, or overcoming a challenge in your life, define who you are. Don't do that. And you're never alone. You're never alone. You're never alone. A lot of you guys, you're not speaking anymore. You're not speaking to certain people, because I see someone putting a mask on. It's something about not speaking. And that's fine. Our mind is very loud. So it might be wise to meditate, calm your mind, and look at your thoughts. Acknowledge the thoughts, all good and bad thoughts. Acknowledge them, look at them. Allow them to come, and then allow them to go. And as they go, then you can allow clarity to come in. That's how some people pray. That's how people meditate. That's how it's that higher consciousness that we reach, where we allow ourselves to receive And you will. It's showing me yesterday's vision of the cafeteria again, and it's showing me that tablespoon, that measuring spoon. I'm being told that when you meditate or you pray, however you get into the higher vibration, you will receive messages in the right amount. I am totally adequate for all situations. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. Yeah. This is the growth that you'll be doing as you listen, as you're looking for clarity, as the clouds go away and you see all situations for what they are, and you're grounded. Remember, is sometimes when we cut people out of our lives, you can feel like in the physical, because you're not talking to them or something, that there's a loneliness, but there's no loneliness. Let me tell you, loneliness, true loneliness, can be obtained even when there's a whole group of people around you. Loneliness is not about being alone. Loneliness is about feeling alone. So make sure that you're getting into meditation, that you're taking that time for yourself to clear your mind, to clear your thoughts, to address your emotions, your thoughts, clear your mind the right way. Give yourself that time. Give yourself that time. That's a form of self-care right there. And when you do that, you will realize the next step you need to take. And you will realize that you don't feel alone because you feel like you're doing something. And we all have something to give. We're not put on this earth so that way we make something for ourselves and no one never sees it. We're all made to make something for someone else, to help someone else build, to help someone else grow, to bring light, to bring love, to bring, a drawing, to bring them a painting, to bring them a masterpiece, or to just bring them some peace of mind because they need help with fixing something around the house, or they need help with something. You see, we give. We are giving. Everyone here can give. And so when you start to just meditate and take that time to yourself, you're going to realize where you can give. You're going to realize where you feel good in giving. And you're not going to feel lonely. And you may be alone, but you'll never feel lonely when you're doing stuff for other people, because your heart will be full. So in the next 24 hours, being told to rethink who's in your circle of your friendship. It's not just friendship, but this could be also family members, just people in your life who are serving your life, who are keeping you grounded. If they're not keeping you grounded, then you need to consider the damage that's being done, because people who come into our lives, we should be making our own cake, and they should be the ones that come into our lives, and they're the icing on the cake. They're the people who decorate, right? That's how people should be in our lives. We shouldn't depend on them for our cake to be made. And we should have that inner peace, that inner love, that inner strength. And when we do that, then people build in our lives and we help build each other up. But if you have a circle where you feel lonely, or you have a circle where you're feeling disconnected, then you gotta rethink, okay? Reevaluate. Does this person help me ground myself? Or does this person, like, when they come in, they throw my grounding off? Because they don't have to necessarily help you ground, but they do, they could, if they're throwing you off, that's a damaging aspect of it. Hello, Frank. Yeah, so you want to make sure people in your life are helping you ground yourself. And it's okay, because, I would rather be alone and happy than to be with people and lonely. And we all have to think about that. Not just one person, but all of us. And know that you're strong to do things with or without people in your life. Because if somebody's not serving you, just like they're not serving you, there's somebody else in the world that will. There's somebody else in the world that will help you, that will support you, that will be there for you, that does have the answer to the question you have. We're living in a very beautiful time where people are able to come together and ask questions and gain insights in different ways, from all kinds of different ways. They can join the Facebook groups, you can check out other apps, you can do anything these days. You could even look up how-to videos and stuff. So you should definitely know that within the next 24 hours, pay attention to who serves you in your life and who throws your grounding off. And have the strength, have the courage, have the self-will and self-love, determination, and discernment to understand I love you guys. Thank you for joining me here today. I really appreciate having this time with you guys. Thank you for joining me in my world. I always look forward to these days, all these days, every day. And I'm happy and I'm honored that you allow me into your world. Have a fantastic 24, you guys. And yeah, just stay positive and grounded, okay?